The 1988 romantic comedy hit, cult classic, Coming to America, follows the antics of Prince Akeem from the fictional African land of Zamunda as he seeks a woman to marry. Now, 33 years on, the film is finally getting its sequel. And beloved South African actress and a good friend of ours, Nomzamo Mbatha, is having her own Coming to America moments as she makes her debut in a Hollywood film. She's joining us all the way from America in LA right now as the film releases worldwide today. And we cannot wait to hear all about the experience and just to see her gorgeous face again. You unbelievably wonderful human being. Good morning. How are you doing, hon?
I'm so good. It's so good to see you. I'm always so happy to be here.
When we last connected with you in the midst of your move across over to the States, about a month before we went into, obviously, national lockdown outside. Wow, how much has happened, how much has changed in that time. So I've got to ask, how has the move been and what's it been like navigating life and work between the two countries over this unbelievably crazy time during the pandemic?
I guess when the pandemic hit, everybody went into this, bubble of uncertainty. I think, we've all tried to adjust to the new world. It's been a crazy time. I've been homesick so many times, but I'm so grateful that I got to spend Christmas with all my munchkins, my 13 nieces and nephews who just give me joy.
Oh, man, and we need it. I think that's probably become the most unbelievably important fix over this time is family and making sure that we're looking after each other in that sense. COVID-19 has sectors of South Africa hit incredibly hard, and that includes the sector about which you are so passionate about and dedicate a huge amount of your time and your efforts to, and that's education. I think especially our matriculants have been through the toughest challenge. What strides have you been able to make with your Lighthouse Foundation, which you obviously founded, and what kind of support have you been able to provide during this time?
My foundation has targeted the high school in Eastern Cape. We are targeting grade 10s because obviously grade 10 is a very pivotal time in their career where they get to choose subjects. But we also know that there's a lot of, financial attributes that go with that. So we've been giving them full stationery, which is awesome. And then we've targeted 500 primary schools around the country to give jerseys and school shoes too, as well as stationery, as well as goodies that are good for, the sanitary care and stuff. I remember when I was in school, a fresh new pair of school shoes, I'm sure you would know, each school year used to just give you that extra confidence. And for me, it's about just restoring the dignity. So we've been doing that, and I'm very, very passionate about it, and I'm just excited.
I know you've done so many cool things, despite all the challenges. A no-brainer to host, obviously, Miss South Africa 2020, which must have been an absolute blast. With so many international eyes on Mzansi's winners due to doing so well in this pageant of late, what did it feel like stepping into that role and to witness the top three getting their titles? Because that show has become something else now, and it's inspiring so many, especially young girls and women at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Sheesh. I mean, I think for me, it's so beautiful to witness the transition of Miss South Africa, that it's not just about beauty, it's beauty with a purpose. People are really invested in what the girls, or the women, I should say, have to say, and what they're passionate about and what their voice is in society. And I think that's truly where we need to continue to lead with the Miss South Africa pageant. It was incredible. It gave me a different perspective. And most importantly, it gave me a new respect for the world of pageantry. The girls really worked hard, and you could tell they were truly, really, passionate about it. It wasn't about the crown. It was truly just stepping up for the moment and showing up for the moment and holding their head up high. Obviously very daunting, but wow, just a whole new perspective and much great respect.
Coming to America premieres in South Africa. The first film obviously was a phenomenal success. It's part of my mental DNA. How I see the world is channeled through that movie. What was it like working with the legend that is Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, Tracy Morgan, so many unbelievable actors? What a way to break yourself into the industry. What was the experience like?
I think daunting is the word. I think out-of-body experience is also another one. It was amazing, incredible. You had Tracy Morgan playing music from his boombox every single day on set. everybody's reminiscing on how it was in the 80s and the 90s, and they would like tell jokes to each other, just watching them pour into each other, you know, and just how talented and how much respect that they have for each other. And then you see the brotherhood between Arsenio and Eddie, and how they just, you know, talk to each other and share stories with us about Hollywood and how it was right back then, you know, and it was just incredible. And of course, you are almost in a masterclass, or just witnessing a masterclass, because you get a talented performer, artist like Eddie and Arsenio, who reprise roles that they played 33 years ago. And today they're still able to go back to that. And it's not just one role, it's different roles.
It's every role.
Absolutely insane.
I have a vision of you completely like stalkering out there, just standing in the corner, just staring at them like, oh my word. Because that's no doubt. Tell me a little bit more about Mirembe and what we can expect from her arc in this film. How did you slot into the bigger picture?
I would say Mirembe is sassy, she's witty, she's charming. She is a traditional Zamundan woman, but very unconventional, kind of like me, you know.
You know.
But she goes against the grain. You know, every woman in Zamunda is expected to be a bather or a rose petal bearer. And she's a barber. You know, she has her own barbershop skills to offer. But what happens is she's almost like the grounding force and offers a different voice of female empowerment. And when the long-lost son of Prince Akim arrives in Zamunda, her world changes. And that's all I'll say.
I knew you would leave us hanging there at some point. But she sounds just like the original Prince Akim, which I know he's going to love in the film, and I know we are going to love seeing you in this. We are so unbelievably proud of what you are doing in this sense, in this film and in Hollywood, but in every aspect of your life. And I love stalking you on social media just so I can feel like you're still sort of around. But you're going to stick around. Please don't go anywhere, love. We're going to continue catching up with you and having a little bit of fun. And I'm sure a lot of people as excited as I am to be catching up with the dazzling Nomzamo Mbatha. And of course, you can see her performance as Mirembe in Coming to America. It's streaming and releasing nationwide in cinemas today. And we've got a fun game with Nomzamo coming up in just a moment, so keep it locked.